Hey, welcome back to the channel for another video. So today, it's not about cameras or gear or Lightroom sliders that make your shadows look like they're holding a grudge. This one, it's about a photo project, a personal one. 4 long years in the making. 4 years of shooting, grinding, doubting, dreaming, and drama. So settle in, this is gonna be good. So let me paint you a picture. It's 4 years ago, I'm sitting at my desk, this one, thinking, man, I should do something simple, something small. Maybe a local calendar. Sounds harmless, right? A few parades, a tree lighting, some candy chucking at Halloween. Easy, clean, and family friendly. But if you've ever lived in a small town, you know that absolutely nothing is simple. So 4th of July parades, check. The Christmas tree lighting, again, check. Trick or treat on Main Street, check. And then, crickets. Because that was basically the entire annual event schedule. But I needed more. So I started shooting drag racing, dirt track racing, rodeos, pretty much whatever I could do to keep myself busy. If it brought a crowd, I was there. But then, that's when the backlash started. I just casually post on Facebook like, hey, I'm making a calendar of local events. And I get a wall of comments that are like, why is a man making a calendar? That's a woman's role. And you should leave that to the town's favorite lady photographer. You're not even from here. Things like that. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I needed a permission slip from the small town patriarchy club to take photos of a fire truck. But it didn't even stop there. I had photos stolen, watermarks just cropped right out. I was told that my work was inappropriate. Really? Too dark and gloomy. Creepy. One guy even messaged me telling me taking photos of newborns was outside of my wheelhouse. And while I do prefer abandoned gas stations and rusty signs over babies wrapped up like burritos, what made this guy feel not only the need to message me that, but where's his proof? But through all of that, I kept showing up. Because every time I was out shooting, I felt it. That click, the spark. And as the project evolved, so did my vision. It stopped being about community events and started becoming a portrait of the area itself. Its rawness, its silence, the weird little corners that most people drive past without a second thought. Eventually, some people started noticing. I even got a few messages asking if I sold prints. Okay, cool. People were getting curious. They seemed supportive, finally. So I figured, let's turn this into a photo book. You know, something tangible, something real. But as soon as I gain a bit of confidence, here come the local experts again. Who do you think you are? Nobody's gonna buy a photo book of this place. If I want pictures of the town, I'll use my phone. Yawn. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that yet again shooting photos of the town that I live in needed clearance from the committee of dusty old opinions and Facebook gossip admins. But here's what I learned. No matter what you're doing, the moment you try something different or bold, they'll just come out of the woodwork just to tear you down. Sometimes they'll be subtle. Other times, well, they come with pitchforks and call you creepy for, photographing an abandoned shed. But at the end of the day, I realized I'm not creating for them. I'm creating for me. And for the people that actually get it. So the book idea, scrapped. Not because of all this noise, but because I want the easiest way to share the work. And that's in photo prints. No bells, no whistles, no fluff, just the photos, honest and raw. It's the most me version of the product it could ever have been. Look, I'm not here to sell you the prints. This video isn't a promo, it's a reminder. If you're working on something right now, a personal project, a passion series, whatever the hell you feel like project, and someone's trying to rain on your parade, don't stop. Your art matters even if no one claps for it, even if you sell 0 prints, even if your biggest fan is your dog, and your second biggest is you rewatching your own Instagram reel. Because if you're enjoying the process, you're getting out and you're exploring your world and capturing moments, moments that you care about, well, then you've already won. So don't let small minds define your big ideas. Don't let their noise drown out your voice. Don't let bitter people who stop trying convince you to do the same. And don't forget, a rising tide lifts all ships. So let's be that tide. So if you ever had a project that almost broke you or a moment where you pushed through, hit me up in the comments. I want to hear that story. And go ahead and drop a link of a finished product that you're proud of. Let's build each other up. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and click the bell to be notified of all future videos. And yeah, if you do want to check out the prints from this project, well, they'll be up on my website, jeff-gresham.com, pretty soon. Also though, while you're there, feel free to pick up my Lightroom preset pack. It features 13 presets that I designed for all my photo projects, just like that one. And until the next time, get out and shoot, and I'll catch you later. I can run pretty fast now, so I might actually catch you. Yeah.